You feel like you just did a week at the gym nonstop and everything hurts. Hi cuties, and welcome back. Today I have a long awaited and highly requested video, and I'm sorry I took forever to get this video out to you guys, but here I am, and I just really wanted to wait till I had a ton of questions to answer for you so this video made sense for everyone. So I went ahead and compiled a list of all the questions that you guys had over the last 6 months about my Airsculpt procedure, and I have all the answers for you. And let's jump right into the questions. The first question I got is, are you happy with the results? Yes. I'm sorry, you're gonna hear my kids in the background. Yes, I'm happy with the results. Before I got Airsculpt done, I always had a problem with my little pooch belly. If you haven't seen the first video, I'm gonna link them in the cards above. I'm also gonna put a link to it in the description box below, so you can either click on it now and watch it, or you can click on it later and watch it after this video. But basically, I always had a problem area in my belly, and I have some back fat rolls like we all do. I always felt like when you looked at me, all you saw was rolls and gut, and I didn't want to have like boobs and belly and butt. It was just too many B's. It was BBB. It was just too much. So I wanted to be shaped like a more toned person. And yes, I work out, not as often as I used to before having kids, but I just want to look like myself pre-children, not like anybody else. But yes, to answer that question, I am happy with the result. The second question is, how did you research the different doctors? I sort of just looked in the areas that I thought I could travel to. So at the time, when I found Airsculpt, I was looking at another YouTuber's video, and she had it done in the DC office. And I have a friend that lives in the DC area. So my initial thought was to just go and stay with her for the weekend and get it done then, and I could recover there. Then I thought it would make sense to research the New York City area since I'm from New York and I had just moved to Connecticut. So I thought that would be easier and I could recover at home. I decided, let me look into some New York doctors as well. And when I looked at New York, I just literally went through all the doctors on the list and started researching them that way. So I picked the area first, and then I started looking through the doctors, and I started like Googling the doctors and reviews and trying to find videos with their work as well. How did you choose the best location? That goes hand in hand with the last question. I just sort of looked to see where it would make sense for me to get it done. So it was either DC, where my friend lived and I knew I could stay with her and recover for a couple of days, or New York, which is my hometown. That's how I chose the location. I just wanted to be closer to home, and that's why I didn't go to DC. Do they use general anesthesia? No, they use local anesthesia. What they do is put you in a state of twilight, sort of like when you go to the dentist and get wisdom teeth pulled out. So you're awake the entire time, and you're taking oxygen as you're laying there, so you're able to talk as well. Did you post before and after pics? Yes, I did. If you've been following along, I have actually a playlist of my surgery journey, and there's definitely some before and after pics, and I'll put some at the end of this video. Thank you for your video. You mentioned a Facebook group that you joined for Airsculpt. What is the name of that, please? So I honestly don't even know the name of the group. I'll put a link to it in the description box. If you go on Facebook and just start searching Facebook groups that have Airsculpt, I believe that was the only one when I looked it up last year, so it might still be the only one now. I'll go ahead and I'll put the link in the description box to make it easier for you to find. But it is a really supportive group, and it was started by actually another YouTuber. I found her on YouTube while I was looking up videos on Airsculpt, and when I went to the Facebook group, I actually realized it was the same girl. So she's actually really sweet, and she answers a ton of questions. But the group is really helpful because you see people who actually are getting the surgery like now, or who just had it, or who had it months ago, and you see their progress, and you see, you know, the problems they have or the successes they have, and you can sort of gauge if you want to do it that way. But all the feedback from the group is really, really good. which doctor did you want to use in DC? So when I was looking up the DC office, I wanted to use Dr. Moichetti. I did research on him, and actually the YouTube video of the YouTuber that I found the first initial video from, she used Dr. Moichetti, and I thought he did really great work on her. Now, of course, everyone's body is different. Every surgery is different. So I knew I wasn't going to look exactly the same. How much did the DC office quote you? If I'm not mistaken, and I'll find this information again and I'll put it in the description box. I believe they quoted me $14,500, and that's before any of the specials or anything like that. Is the pain bearable, or is it too much? I'm thinking of doing it, but I'm scared because I don't have any babies and never had any surgery. Please let me know, it would be a big help. Pain is pain, right? Everyone has a different pain tolerance. Yes, I've had a C-section with twin children. Before that, I feel like my tolerance for pain was a little on the higher end. As much as I don't like pain and don't look forward to pain, I feel like I always had a higher tolerance for pain. I was scared to death when I knew that I was pregnant, because that's one thing that I knew. I always wanted children, but I never wanted the pain. Then I ended up having a C-section. This is not as bad as a C-section. I know you said you never had kids. I don't know honestly what else to compare it to, so I'm really sorry that I can't answer that, because everyone's pain tolerance is different. I will say the first day you're so heavily medicated, when you get home, you're not even thinking about anything. After you take that first nap though and you wake up, you're gonna be in pain. Like the initial getting up off the bed or the couch or whatever you're on, that's gonna hurt for a few days. Like just the initial getting up is gonna be painful. After you have your first shower, you're gonna feel a little bit more at ease, but it's the sitting down and getting up that was more on the painful side. The surgery didn't hurt at all, like I mentioned before, but it's the soreness. It's not, honestly, I couldn't even say it was pain. It's more of a soreness. Like you feel like you just did like a week at the gym nonstop, and everything hurts. So it's just like sore, like extreme soreness. The first day pain, after that, all soreness. Like you sit down and you're like, oh. And then when you know you have to get up to pee, you're like, you have to do that ahead of time. Literally, you have to get up to pee 5 to 10 minutes before you really have to pee, because not only do you have to like get the gusto up to get up and feel that soreness, you still have to undo that faja. You still have to like sit down on the toilet. Look, I still have my bag from my surgery, and I still have the faja inside the bag. It's washed, I cleaned it, but I wore it for a while and I absolutely hated it, because this is what it looks like, right? My boobs were sticking out of there. I had pads also. I had the foams underneath this, and then there's a hole right here for you to sit and pee. Can I tell you, there's a few times I didn't make it to the bathroom, or if I made it to the bathroom, I didn't end up peeing through that hole, because like the way my body's set up, that hole was not in the right spot on many days. Or if I'm rushing to the bathroom in the middle of the night, if I have to pee, forget it. Like I just tried not to drink nothing before I went to bed. But to answer the question, pain the first day, soreness the rest of the time. And the soreness goes away day after day after day. Do I recommend it? That's a question that you can... I recommend it for me. Everything that is for me may not be for you. I like the results I received. There's plenty of people who love their results. There's plenty of people who request revisions. I don't think I need a revision. Would I recommend it? Yes, but only if you talk to your primary care doctor first and do loads and loads and loads of research on it first. Don't just jump into doing it because I said so. You have to make sure it's right for you. You have to know all the ins and outs about what it's going to be pre-op, post-op, during the op. You have to make sure that it works for you, your lifestyle, your body, your health. Make sure you consult your doctor first. Were you awake the whole procedure? Yes, I already answered that question. Yes, I was awake the entire time. I was in the twilight state, like I said. I'm a very funny person. I know you guys might not see it all the time, but I was making them laugh in there. And then at one point I had to tell myself, okay, relax. You're doing too much. This is not comedy hour. This is not showtime at the Apollo. So I had to cut it out. But yes, you're awake the entire time. How is the healing now? I hope it's better. So this must have been from someone who was watching the surgery journey. So thank you so much. Yes, I'm completely healed. Completely healed. For a long time, I still was tender to the touch. If I had to pick up my kids, or if they touched me the wrong way, or if they hugged me too hard, I was very, very tender. But you know, it's still surgery. So you still have, you still have to heal inside and out. I got the surgery done in January. I feel like I was completely healed and not feeling anything sore to the touch, or, not wincing when anyone would try to touch me. After about, I would say 7 or 8 months. I could easily say 8 months. But leading up to it, you're still gonna have sore moments. You're still gonna, brush against someone and be like, ooh, that hurt a little bit. It's a little, it's a little skeevy, the feeling, It's different, it's new. So, I'm completely healed now. They tell you it takes up to 6 months to fully heal, and that was pretty accurate. Someone also asked me about the friend of mine, and that's because in one of my videos, I shared that she also got the surgery. So she got different areas than I, and some of the same areas as well. She also got her arms done. Now, I didn't get that done. Someone asked, what was her exact procedure? I don't know. I know she got her arms done. I know she got her, I think she got her abs and maybe her flanks. I'm not sure. So I'm sorry, I really couldn't tell you. She got hers done. I got mine done in January. I believe she got hers done in February. She went to the DC office and she had good feedback from them as well. Did she wear fajas? She did wear the faja. I'm not sure how long. We both decided we were going to wear it as long as possible, but honestly, it started to get so itchy for me. So the second that I knew that I could take it off and maybe wear a tighter garment around, that's what I did, instead of having to step into this thing every single day. I'm not sure how she did it. Did she get lymphatic massages, and where did she get her massages? I don't believe she got any lymphatic massages. I also didn't get them. I wanted to get them, but I also didn't want to, I didn't have the time because I had to go back to work 4 days later. And as you know, I work full time. My husband stays home with the kids, and now he's working and the kids are young. So there's literally no time of day for me to do it. The only day I could literally do it is a Sunday, and that's when I get to give him a break from the kids. So I would massage myself when I could, and I'm not sure if my friend got the massages. Is she pleased with her results today? I want to say yes. Just like everyone else that I've seen reviews on, there are some things that she would want to change. But overall, yes, she's pleased with her results. If she got a power BBL, did the fat cells remain, or did 50% leave like they say? She did not get a power BBL. So she only got work done on her arms and her midsection. We both have way too much butt to add more butt, so we decided that's not a thing that is for us. The biggest question and the most repetitive question I get is, how much did it cost me? I put up a video about the cost. My last video, I put the cost in it, and I had a few people who didn't believe it, who said it was way too cheap. I think I told you guys that I paid $9,500 for it. I actually, because I still have my bag and my receipt, I have it here for all the naysayers. So, oh, that was upside down. There you go. For all the naysayers. So, see, all the paperwork is here. Still got it all. I actually did not pay $9,500. I paid exactly $10,000. So, here's a tip. I got a price in the DC office. From that price, I asked the New York office if they would match it because their price came in higher. I don't know why, but I asked them if they could match it. They said if you do your surgery, if you pay a deposit and do your surgery within, I think they said 6 months, they would match it. So they did match it. And then there was a special after that that brought the price down a little bit more. So my price ended up being $10,000 with all the surgical fees removed. That's what I paid. And if you don't believe me, let's see how much I can show you. Here it is. And if you don't believe me, I'll go ahead and put it on the screen so you can see exactly what I paid. What tips can I share? I would say, like I said before, do a ton of research. Don't just say, oh my God, that's the one for me, let me just do it. There's a lot of different surgeries and procedures out there. Do your research. This may not be the one for you. If it is, then great. But make sure you do your research the doctors, talk to your primary care physician, and make sure that this is a surgery that will be great for you. Also, I would say don't go buying all the stuff that you see people buying all the time. Those things may not work. There's arnica tea, there's all these different fajas and garments and things like that. I can honestly tell you, I wanted to get some of these things, but I said, I don't know how this is going to turn out, and I don't want to have to return a whole bunch of stuff. I never bought anything. Honestly, the only thing I was concerned about was laying down on my bed and not getting any bodily fluids on it. So at the last moment, I went out and I bought puppy pads. Yeah. You know, the pads that the little wee-wee pads for puppies. That's what I went out and I bought. I bought a pack of wee-wee pads and I laid them out on my bed. That's all I bought. I didn't go and buy any extra clothing. I wore my sweatpants. I made sure they were loose. I stayed home for 2 days. I went back to work the third day. I have the same faja. I never bought another faja. I just went in on the hook and eye closures when I needed to make it smaller. When I didn't want to wear that anymore, I already had one of those bands that wrap around you. So I wore that. What else? I didn't use any arnica tea. I drank a lot of water. I ate a lot of healthy foods, like fruits, and I added more fruits and vegetables to my diet. I didn't go crazy. I didn't go spending a ton of money. I didn't create a whole bag of what I should pack and all that stuff for surgery. I didn't do any of it. And I'm not telling you not to do it, and I'm not telling you that those things are unnecessary, but some of those things are really great to have. I'm just telling you, I did not do it. All I bought was a pack of wee-wee pads. So thank you so much for sticking around for this entire video. If I helped to provide you with any information that you were not aware of or answer any questions that you had, please, please, please go ahead and hit the like button, because it really helps this information get to other people. And I know everyone's been telling me that there is not enough information out there on this topic. So if you guys have any other questions, I will be absolutely happy, more than happy to answer them for you. Put your questions and comments in the box below, in the comment box below, and I'll get back to you with more answers. If there's enough questions, I'll go ahead and make a third video. You know, let's just do it at this point. If we're gonna do it, let's do it. But make sure you subscribe as well so this video can reach other people, okay? And if you have a friend or a family member who's interested in this, go ahead and send them a link to my channel, because maybe they can learn something. And there's an entire playlist on my surgery vlogs, so you can go along with me and see how everything went from beginning to end. And without further ado, here are some before and after pictures.